So here next part of the chapter is midpoint theorem. So what is midpoint theorem? So midpoint theorem is applicable for triangles. So in a triangle, line joining the midpoints of two sides. Midpoint theorem is in a triangle, line joining the midpoints of two sides. This is AB. So AB's midpoint, suppose this is D, and AC's midpoint is suppose point E. Line joining these 2 points is always parallel to third side and as well as half of third side. A line joining midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to third side and half of third side. Able to understand? That means in triangle ABC, if D and E are midpoints of AB and AC, then line joining D and E is DE will be parallel to BC and the length of DE will be half of BC. It's clear? Is the point clear? Theorem clear? Statement?
Yes, ma'am.
That means any two sides is line joining the midpoints of any two sides. Any two sides, that can be a BC also will be there. So BC. In this case, this is P, Q, R. This is S and this is T. S and T are the midpoints of PQ and QR. Then line joining S and T will be what we can say about the ST distance.
ST is half of PQR and parallel to it.
ST is half of
ST is half of
PR.
PR and also parallel to
PR
it.
and ST also parallel to PR. Only possible when S and T are midpoints. It's clear? Now if I will join this one, U, and U is midpoint of PR, then what you can say?
SU is half of PQ.
SU is
SU
parallel to PQ.
and SU is also parallel to PQ. Both are right. Okay. Now T and U are also midpoints.
So TU
Therefore,
is half of QR and also parallel to it.
yes,
But we
QR,
should join it, right?
yeah, and parallel to QR if we join it. Able to understand now theorem?
Yes, ma'am.
We have to prove it also.
And these 4 triangles are equal to each other.
Congruent to each other.
Yeah.
So write down first the theorem.
Ma'am,
Yes,
is this property also applicable for the scalene triangles?
every triangle.
Okay.
For all the triangles, this is applicable.
And just out of curiosity, it's different topic. Ma'am, that under this triangle PQR,
Hmm?
uh, the four triangles are congruent. Will this happen in scalene triangles also? These
Yes,
triangles will be congruent.
yes.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
We have to prove this. And there is a question in the second exercise.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
can you
you
scroll
can
it
go
up?
up.
Yes, I'm doing. I'm doing. Completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we have to prove it. So for proving, we have to do construction. We have to draw a line parallel to AB through C. So we have to draw a line. Suppose consider this as CD parallel to AB. So this line and this line is parallel and produce DE to meet that point at F. Okay. So what is given? First thing is given is triangle ABC. D and E are midpoints of AB and AC respectively. So what we have to prove? DE is parallel to BC and DE is half of BC. For this construction, draw a line through C parallel to AB and produce DE to intersect that line at F. Now how to prove this? I will give you the hint first and then we will write it down. First it is we have to prove this triangle and this triangle congruency. C, E, F and A, E, D we have to first prove congruent. In this one we know that is E is midpoint of AE, AC, so therefore AE is equal to CE. Then this angle is equal to this angle, vertically opposite angles, and angle A is equal to angle C. Reason?
Alternating angles. Alternating angles.
Alternate interior angles because CF and AB are parallel. So therefore ASA criteria, this triangle and this triangle is congruent and therefore CF is equal to AD by CPCT. And as well as DE is equal to EF by CPCT. Okay. Now, here D is midpoint of AB. So therefore AD is equal to DB. AD and DB are equal, and CF and AD are also equal. So therefore CF is equal to DB.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So AD and DB are equal. AD and CF we have shown equal. So that means CF and DB are also equal and as well as parallel to each other. So CF parallel to DB by construction, and just now we have proved DB and CF are equal. So therefore in a quadrilateral, if
Parallelogram.
one pair of opposite side is equal as well as parallel, then it is a parallelogram. So therefore D, B, C and F is a parallelogram, and therefore opposite sides are equal and parallel. So therefore DF is parallel to BC. Other
Yes.
side is also parallel. So now DF's some part is DE. So therefore DE is parallel to BC. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
And then we have to prove now DE half of BC. Now for that, how to do? DF and BC are equal.
Yes, ma'am.
DE and EF are equal.
Yes, ma'am.
So DE will be half of DF,
Yeah.
and DF and BC are equal.
Mm.
That means D is half of BC. Understood?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Everyone understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So our aim is to prove DBCF is a parallelogram. So for that, first we have to prove congruency. In triangle CEF and triangle AED, AE is equal to CE given. Angle CEF is equal to angle AED, vertically opposite angles. Are you able to see?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Then angle ECF is equal to angle EAD, alternate interior angles. Therefore, triangle CEF is congruent to triangle AED by ASA congruency, and therefore CF is equal to AD and EF is equal to DE. Reason is CPCT. I'll make this equation 1. Now D is midpoint of AB. Therefore AD is equal to DB. From 1 and 2, CF is equal to DB. Also CF is parallel to DB. Construction. So therefore D, then below was B, CF is a parallelogram. One pair of opposite side is equal and parallel. Therefore it is parallelogram. Now what is D, E, and then F we have taken. So DF. DF parallel to BC. This means DE parallel to BC. Also, DE is equal to EF, that is equal to half of DF, and DF is equal to BC, and therefore DE is equal to half of BC. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, that in triangle CEF and triangle AED, below that we have tried CE is equal to AE, no?
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you show the construction?
Done, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you scroll down?
Done.
Done, ma'am.
Yeah. So next theorem is converse of midpoint theorem. This means statement is somewhat similar. A line drawn parallel to one side and intersect one side at its midpoint. So this line drawn through midpoint of one line parallel to second side of the triangle will bisect the third side. Means here one midpoint is given, that line is given parallel, and then the second midpoint is not given. Just like in the earlier figure, D is the midpoint, D and E both are midpoints. Then you have proved the lines are parallel. D is parallel to BC. Now, this one is, they have given D is midpoint. DE is parallel to BC is given. And you have to prove E is midpoint of AC. So means here two things have been given. A line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side, then that line will bisect the third side. Able to understand this statement?
Yes, ma'am.
This is called converse of midpoint. Converse of midpoint theorem. That is, if we know a line is drawn through the midpoint of one side and that line is parallel to the second side, then it is obviously we can take it as E is the third point, is the midpoint of third side. This one more point, end point of that parallel line will be the midpoint of third side. Now triangle. ABC is a triangle. D is the midpoint. DE is drawn parallel to BC. Then we can say that this point is the midpoint of third side. Suppose if we take point E, then E will be midpoint of AC. Given D is midpoint of AB and DE parallel to BC. To prove E is midpoint of AC. Here is also construction. We have to produce DE such that DE is equal to EF and join that point to C.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, can you repeat what to construct?
Here we have to take just a sec what they have given in your textbook that I need to check out because there it is done by 2-3 methods. Here's this one L passing through E, right? Yeah, that's there also we have to take the same thing. We can do it by 2 methods. So we have to take the line C, this one CF. We have to take again the line CF parallel to AB. A line through C we have to draw parallel to AB, the same construction as earlier, and then produce DE to meet that line at point F. So we have to do construction. In ICC book it is given DE and EF are equal. Construction, draw line through C parallel to AB. Produce DE to meet or intersect that line at F. Now proof the similar way. So here first CF is parallel to DB because we are done construction, and DE, that is only produced. So DF is parallel to BC. Therefore DBCF is a parallelogram, right? So therefore DB is equal to CF. Able to understand this point? First we have to prove DBCF is a parallelogram. That is already, it is given that is DE is parallel to BC, it is given. So DE is only produced to F. So DF is parallel to BC. And by construction we have done AB parallel to CF. So both the pair of opposite sides are parallel. Therefore DBCF is a parallelogram and therefore opposite sides are equal. So DB is equal to CF. Okay. Now DB is equal to AD. They have given D is the midpoint. So DB is equal to AD. DB is equal to CF also and DB is equal to AD also. So AD and CF are equal. So AD equal to CF. Now take these two triangle congruency. AD is equal to CF. Angle C is equal to angle E, alternate interior angles. And angle E is equal to angle E, vertically opposite angles. So therefore these two triangles are congruent by AAS criteria. By AAS, these two triangles are congruent and therefore AE is equal to EC. And hence E is the midpoint of AC. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So DE is parallel to BC given. Therefore DF is parallel to BC and CF parallel to DB construction. Therefore, DBCF is a parallelogram, and therefore DB is equal to CF, opposite sides of parallelogram. Then DB, but DB is equal to AD given. Therefore, AD is equal to CF. Now, in triangle AED and triangle ECF, AD is equal to CF proved. Angle DAE is equal to angle ECF, alternate interior angles, and angle AED is equal to angle CEF, vertically opposite angles. So therefore triangle AED is congruent to triangle ECF, CFE, CEF by AAS congruency, and therefore AE is equal to EC by CPCT, and therefore E is midpoint of AC. Clear?
Yes.
First write the statement.
Yes, one test after me, right?
What? You're, what? I'm not getting your voice.
Test.
Not getting anything. Not able to hear you properly. No. No. Completed?
Ma'am, can you scroll down?
Ma'am, now can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Now we should submit our paper in Google Classroom.
Yes, you have to submit the paper in Google Classroom, right?
And the test will be normal on Zoom only.
Test will remain same, only uploading instead of WhatsApp, it will be on Google Classroom.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Ma'am, so we'll have to write the test during the meeting, right? When in the
Yeah,
class?
here the same thing. No changes in the tests. Only uploading is a change.
Okay.
Ma'am, it is Heron's formula test, no?
Heron's formula test right now, it's not. The tissue is there tomorrow.
The tomorrow is tissue.
Yeah.
Okay, so you will make that separate in Google Classroom.
Yeah, science and maths are separate.
No, assignment you will make. There you
Yeah,
have to.
yeah, there is a different, this one will be there. Test dash tissues will be there. There you have to upload.
Okay, ma'am. Tomorrow same after class, 9 to 10 and 10 to 11.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Done, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Okay. Then the questions.
Ma'am, is this an exercise question?
No. Solve question.
Examples.
Yeah. Now here you have to prove ABC in triangle ABC, DEF are respectively the midpoints of sides AB, BC, CA as shown in figure. Show that ABC is divided into 4 congruent triangles by joining DEF. So there is all the triangles are congruent that we have to prove. How to prove? Here first DFEB quadrilateral check. E and F, D and F are midpoints of AB and AC. So therefore, by midpoint theorem, what we can say?
DF is parallel to BC and half of
DF
BC.
is
DF is
parallel to BC. Yes. DF is
DF
parallel
is
to
parallel to
BC.
BE and DF is
BC.
equal to BE.
DF is parallel to BC and DF is half of BC. Now BE is a part of BC, so therefore DF is parallel to BE, and E is also the midpoint of BC. Therefore BE is half of BC
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
and DF is also half of BC.
Yes.
That means DF and BE are parallel and equal.
Yes, ma'am.
So therefore DFEB is a parallelogram
Yes.
and DE is a diagonal.
Yeah.
So what is the property for diagonal of parallelogram?
Diagonal of parallelogram bisects it into two congruent triangles.
Divides it into two congruent triangles. So therefore DBE and DFE are congruent triangles. Right? These two clear?
Yes, ma'am. This only we can make
Similar way, DFCE. DF is parallel to EC and DF is equal to half of BC, as well as EC also half of BC. So therefore DF is equal to EC and DF is parallel to EC. Therefore DFEC is a parallelogram. Diagonals divides the triangle into two congruent triangles. So therefore DEF is equal to FEC. Similarly, this also you can prove ADF and EDF are congruent triangles. Now all these three triangles are congruent to DEF. That means they will be congruent to each other. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Can you prove?
Yes, ma'am.
With proper statements. Write proper statements. Okay, prove it. One only I will show you and then others you can write. D and F are midpoints of AB and AC respectively. Therefore, by midpoint theorem, DF is parallel to BC and DF is half of BC. Also, BE is half of BC. E is midpoint of BC. Therefore, DF is equal to BE and DF is parallel to BE. Therefore, DBEF is a parallelogram. One pair of opposite side is equal and parallel. Now, diagonal of parallelogram divides it into congruent triangles. Therefore, triangle DBE is congruent to triangle EFD. So one part proved, remaining parts you can prove.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, in two proofs, should we write the four triangles are congruent, like ADF is congruent
Yes.
to TBE is congruent to DF and congruent to FEC?
AFEC. Yes, right.
Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, can we write similarly and all, or should we prove it?
you have to prove it.
Okay.
Now that you can directly write similarly D, F, E, C, E is a parallelogram. You have to prove this is D, this part you can write, and this part also. These three statements you have to write.
Okay, ma'am.
Completed? Done. Then you can leave. Tomorrow we'll continue the next questions, exercise questions.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.